Josh. My life ambition is to be like Bill Gates. Wait a minute. No, Jeff Bezos. Bill or Jeff? Bill or Jeff? Bill, Jeff, Bill, Jeff, Bill, Jeff, Bill, Jeff. My life ambition is to be like Bill or Jeff. But while working on that, I'm currently a geek. Geek? Sorry, I mean a nerd. Long minutes of a nerd. Shh. A nerd is simply someone who has a PhD in coding. I'm actually a programmer. Much better. Thank you. I'm also a future skills activist. What is that? I go around speaking to people on the need to embrace technology and the skills of the future. You want minutes? Is that what you do for a living? My first introduction to coding was by accident. My parents were with my elder sister in a summer coding program. I was going to be lonely at home, so they told me to join her in the program. It was a follow something. The class was actually for my sister, and I was only supposed to be her handbag. As in, I was not the main act, she was. I was only supposed to make a cameo appearance. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. What's up, man? You know the main act? I am. Sorry. First lesson. If you want to be a geek, follow your sister to a summer computer class. So when I got to this summer computer school, they actually said I was too young and won't understand what was being taught. You're a 6-year-old man. You were really supposed to be in kindergarten. What do you expect? My dad said they created a curriculum for me, and they did. By the end of the program, they were surprised at what I could do. Lucky you. Second lesson. If you want to be good at anything, don't let any man despise your youth. So my parents were so impressed at what I achieved at the summer class that they enrolled me for scratch classes at CCUB. I would go for my coding classes on the weekends when school was in session and on weekdays when we were on holidays. One fateful day, don't tell me I'm going to share that story again. I've heard it so many times I can't say it in my dreams. Jealous or something? Well, I'm going to share my story. One fateful day at CCUB, this American guy just came into my class. And I wondered, who is this chap? Is he a celebrity? Is he a famous actor? Who was he? Who am I considered to take a good photo with him? Well, because I'm a bit to learn the vertical side of things. Big English! Just tell us you're short! Thank you for the interpretation. The big boys and girls came in front of me for the photo, and because of my vertical challenge, I was pushed in the back and my face didn't even show. When I got home, I told my dad about this American chap and that everybody was all over him. And he screamed, "Gosh, Josh! This is not ordinary American guy! This is Mark Zuckerberg, the owner of Facebook, and you didn't even take a selfie with him?" Please, Mark Zuckerberg, just give the show one more chance. Please come to his class so he can take a selfie with you and make his daddy happy. Lesson 3. You never can tell how far your technology skills can take you. In my few years of learning how to code, I've had to program with a number of frameworks and languages, which include CSS, JavaScript, jQuery, Bootstrap, C++, C#, PHP, Laravel, Love2D, Unity, and Java. Now I'm just telling you that you believe you're a nerd. Java is the language I'm currently learning. Language is a bit high level, but I'm trying to crack the secret code of the Java language. Let me summarize the key lessons from my story again, especially for parents. Introduce your children to coding early when they're still eager to explore. Invest in special coding classes in coding. It is worth it. Don't underestimate what your kids can do and how fast they can learn. Let no man despise their youth. Technology can open doors and create loads of opportunities for your children. You never can tell. They might meet Mark Zuckerberg in class. Thank you for watching. Kindly share this video with your friends and do subscribe to my YouTube channel, Joshfortech, for more informative videos on technology. Cheers! Sorry, I mean a nerd.
Okay.
That is the one. Don't delete that video.
Yeah, so let's start all over.
Behind the scenes, don't delete it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Let us
But
start
I
again.
could
Let's start
rather more informative video on technology. Okay. Thank you for watching. Okay, space. Thank you for watching. Thank you for watching. Let's just start the video again. But thank you for watching. Good day, everyone. Welcome to Joshfortech. I'm Josh, and today I'll be talking about a database. What databases are. I have to use that because I don't know if you can hear me properly. But what is a database? A database is an organized collection of data that is stored and accessed electronically from a computer system. When databases are more complex, they are often developed using formal designs and modeling techniques. That's confusing. Well, basically, what a database is where you store data. It's like a warehouse for data. Let me give you an example of what you can call a database. Let's say I want to, log in for my website, an e-commerce website. I want to get all your information on where you live, so I will know how I'm going to deliver the item to your place. With that form linking to a storage center, that is a database, because those information is being stored on a database or a storage center where you can pull it off at any time. You want to use it for, the day they're going to go, or delivery time, or how long it's going to get there. Basically, that's it. It's like a warehouse where data can be put and you can retrieve it anytime. So that's, what a database is. So we make use of some programming languages to program databases, but what do we use? We call them modeling techniques, or programming languages and modeling techniques. I've forgotten, but like MySQL. MySQL is not a programming language. Don't mix it up. MySQL is a database, a DBMS. So we make use of some programming languages and DBMSs to create a database and to get that information flow. An example is that we make use of PHP and MySQL, which is the most popular used in many websites uses it, WordPress uses it, Microsoft uses it. So this is very popular, used by lots of people. Basically, a MySQL database is a relational database. You get the information and you store it in what you may call a table, rows and columns. And so when you want to retrieve your data, you can retrieve it at any time using MySQL database. So yeah, I have done MySQL lots of times before. That's why people have tried to make it a little bit more easy for you. Make use of something called XAAMP or XAMPP. XAMPP is like a maybe look like a Pokemon, something else. Something that helps you to get closer to your MySQL database without the use of that stress of creating it. You can create it seconds. So people are trying to make creating your database more easy because I don't want to spend a whole lot of time just because I want to create a login page for my website. A lot of people have tried to create lots of things to help you to have a faster way of creating your database. It's time. It's time. Because I cannot spend a whole 10 hours trying to develop a MySQL database where I can do it in just 10 minutes using XAMPP. So, then I'm talking about PHP. What is PHP? PHP is like, the tube where it passes through. Where it gets to the storage center. Let's say you are someone that you want to sell your goods on the e-commerce website. Yes, you get it from the person, and then you have a delivery man that now come. Oh yeah, where's the stuff? And put inside his car, his van, and take it to the warehouse. But without PHP, it's like the delivery man or the delivery van that is taking it to the warehouse. The warehouse is the storage center. And you can retrieve it if a user buys it. So you can put an e-commerce or a website that sells stuff. You can put it in the way of the database. And by the way, e-commerce also use database because when you're able to get your information, your delivery status, your name, your ordering number, it's all database oriented. So if you want to make an e-commerce website, you also need a lot of database to back up the information coming in. This is when you want to create a CMS, a content management system. I don't want to get too off topic, but what a content management system is the way you can be able to, when you have your website, it's like, you use databases, let's put it like that you can easily edit or do your website without any problems from site. In case you build a website for somebody and use PHP and MySQL, and the person cannot access and has to be calling you every time, it's going to be a huge stress. That's why if you want to build a website, you use CMS, like WordPress. If you do WordPress, the owner or the user that you are working for to build that website can able to change it in seconds, web mode. But people can also build a CMS. But if you want to have a CMS straight and forward, you can use WordPress, or you can develop your own with PHP and MySQL. So that is basically all for PHP and MySQL. Storing tables, relational databases, and also delivery man. Then we have another guy in the block, or another kid in the block, which is MongoDB. What is MongoDB? MongoDB is a database. But it's storing in your tables or it's not a relational database. It's no SQL database. Not just storing in your tables. You store it in something called JSON-like documents. And it's easy if you want to get your database up and running now. That's why a lot of them, and especially if you don't know PHP and MySQL, because a lot of JavaScript developers right now are moving to MongoDB. Facebook is moving to MongoDB, Microsoft is moving to MongoDB. Lots of companies from all over the world are moving to MongoDB because they think it's going to be more better, or it's going to be easy to actually change since 70 documents. It won't be that hard to develop with data, or to pull out the data, or to retrieve the data, to use the data for something else. That's why people are moving to MongoDB, because it's easy to build. In a few 10 minutes, you can get your database up and running. No big deal, because MongoDB is just a database, but a database that helps you to do your work faster. XAMPP and WAMP, yeah, they are good, But when you use MariaDB or MongoDB, it makes it different because let's say I don't know JavaScript that PHP at all, and I want to quickly build a database on my website. And I ask, oh boy, hey, how am I going to build this database for my own website? I don't know how. I'll hear PHP and MySQL. And that will get me provoked because I don't know PHP and MySQL. That's why MongoDB keep the step today. It says, okay, oh yeah, you know JavaScript, go and develop me. I'll do it. Everything is fine. MongoDB is easier to work with, and people say it's faster to work with. That's because you don't need to start sorting out your tables because you store it inside tables or long tables that you go check all over again. You can store it in a document and pull it out easily. That's the key what MongoDB is. Database is not a database on your website. Your website, it's not like useless, but it's not usable. And that's the truth, because if you make a website that is a database, it's basically just when you have eba with no amala, with no okra soup. Without the okra soup, you won't be able to enjoy its amala, because without that database on the website, you won't be able to have website to be what people want. You cannot be able to get information from users. You don't know who the users are coming on your website. You don't know the users that are leaving your website. You don't know what's going on your website. You don't know the name of people that are using your website. You don't know their emails. You don't know how to contact them. You're just basically eating eba without soup. Eating rice without stew. That's basically all for a database. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel and share this video. Smash the like button and leave a comment down below. Thank you. God bless you. And bye.
Is that how your hand was? So talk about the knuckle. Just say
Ebanoko.
no, not say about knuckle. Say the way
Okay. So, a website is like
website. Oh God.
yes, I don't understand what I said.
A website.
Yes, a website.
I hope you are recording. Okay.
A website is without a database is like eba without okra.
Eba and okra.
I don't know. Why?
You are talking to a global audience. And why not bread and peanut butter?
Peanut butter. I come from Nigeria. This is what we eat. This is what we eat here. Eba and okra, namala, and ewedu, and rice and stew.
Just yeah, look serious. Sit properly now as if you are talking. I use that, say that about knuckle thing again, and then I'll now say about knuckle. He's not hearing this thing. How is this? For next you like
and okra. Wait, rice and stew. Peanut butter. This is blue flowers that I showing you. My stomach is blue flowers, so I don't know. apologies. I'm sorry. What's kidding me? He don't know. Hi friends, I left some things in the code by one of my mentors. Let me share some of those ideas with you. It's about the big shifts that the information revolution is creating. So we used to hear that knowledge is the king and information is power. That is true, right? Well, if knowledge is king, I'm sad to announce to you that the king is dead. Who killed the king? Who killed the king? Who killed the king? Well, Google it. In the past, people were held in high esteem for what they knew and were paid handsomely for providing solutions with that knowledge that they had. But that is not exactly the reality anymore. The days people parade their exclusive knowledge in a certain field with pride are fast disappearing. Services like Google search engine have devalued expert knowledge and cheapened access to information. Simply put, Google has killed the king. Knowledge has now been made readily available at our fingertips at little or even no cost and at the click of a mouse. You can access the knowledge of an expert to answer almost any question or help solve any problem by simply doing a Google search or posting it on a forum for free. So, why should I still pay some expert for his own knowledge? A while ago, I hit a brick wall while playing a game in Love 2D. Ever heard of that software before? That was a laptop before, nothing. To resolve the issue that I had, I simply checked out a couple of Love 2D forums. I checked out Stack Overflow, and I was able to get the answers I needed to debug my code. I did not need to pay an expert. See, and I have continued to do this again and again and again. With forums like Stack Overflow, Reddit, and CodeReaper, you can solve issues of sometimes highly technical nature without going to consult an expert. And this has helped many people in the tech space to resolve their issues almost on the fly. So you see, those who pride themselves in knowledge are now threatened as they are going the way of the dinosaurs. Another thing that is making exclusive knowledge to become less relevant is cheaper and easier access to information in terms of hardware and even software. Some decades ago, you would need access to a mainframe computer before you could run some programming languages. And they're very expensive, only owned by a few institutions. Compared to laptops that we have today, they're even more powerful than those mainframe computers. As technology evolves, the cost of acquiring hardware and even software has been crashing with it. Can you imagine that some phones that you hold in your hand today are more powerful and can do way much more than some computers? Yet, you get to buy most of those phones for a fraction of the cost of a laptop. The open source community has even made things better for consumers as they provide software solutions that are as good or even better than the paid options of software. So knowledge as the king is dead, and we have identified two of those who took him out. Number one bad guy, the ease of access to information promoted by technologies like Google search engine. Almost everything you can find on Google search engine. If it's a problem, you can find it on Google search engine to solve almost any problem. Number two bad guy is the cheapening of the cost of acquiring hardware and software, which is promoting inexpensive access to information. So if knowledge is no more king because it is made readily available, and the exclusiveness of information has been made powerless because the technology and tools for processing information are getting cheaper or are even free, then what is left? I'll reveal that to you in another video. Thank you for watching this video. Do subscribe to my YouTube channel, smash that like button, and leave a comment below. Bye! Oh, this is a queen. The king out of the way. So long, king. Huh? Now let's do a king flip. Come on, I can't even do one. Come on, queen, just give me a queen flip. Okay, do a pawn. Yes! So we used to hear that knowledge is king and information is power. Do you agree? Well, if knowledge is king, I'm start to announce to you that the king is dead. Some time ago, having a college degree guaranteed a good job. In fact, my grandmother's generation used to boast how they were recruited straight out of school by employers. Once you had a degree, a job was as good as sure. OMG! How many decades ago was that? That would have been before Christopher Columbus discovered America. In the days of my grandmother, company almost couldn't wait to get the graduates on the job as they scrambled to get the best people to work for their company. Well, not anymore. Today, companies care less about what you know or the degree that you have. Organizations care more about what you can do. Have you observed that we now have an army of unemployed graduates? Some with first degrees, others with second degrees, some with PhDs, and some working in the streets without jobs. My dad told me how a career company once put out an advert for dispatch riders and got orders on BScs and even master's degrees orders applying for a job that is best fit for high school leavers. What happened to all that knowledge they acquired in school? Let me announce to you that we are no longer in just a knowledge-based age, we are now in a skill-based era. You know, in the tech space, there are a group of people that get an idea of a knowledge domain, do a few superficial stuff, and then jump out and start calling themselves experts. Instead of getting into the depth and mastering the skills, they are too eager to wear the badge of honor. The amount of noise they make is higher than the quantity of programming that they have done in their entire lives. My older sisters like to call this group the audio devs. Having knowledge is not enough, but not to use the knowledge or information you have is the most important thing. It's not enough to say you know how to do something, you also got to prove it by showing evidence. And for the tech space, it's difficult to pretend that you're incompetent to easily show up when you're put on the job. This is why, as a budding programmer jumping my programming career at regular school, I still create the time to work on project and as much as possible put them out to the world to see on my GitHub. It might not be picture perfect or pitch perfect, but people will see that I am stretching myself and getting better at my skills by the day. Now, for young people like me who want to learn technology and are wondering what are all this gist about, what I'm trying to say is your emphasis in learning should not just be on acquiring knowledge, but acquiring skills. While you are in high school or university, don't just acquire knowledge, acquire skills that apply and practicalize your knowledge and look for ways to demonstrate what you know. I will talk more on this later. I end with a quote from Elon Musk saying, "Never confuse learning with education." Reflect on this. It's a very wise words. By the way, thank you for watching. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, smash that like button, leave a comment below, and bye. Hi people, I'm Joshfortech. I'm a programmer, speaker, and future skills activist. And today you're going to be talking about the famous guy, the loop. What's a loop first? What's a loop? You might have heard it maybe in films like repetition. I said it in my last video too, but loops are just simply repetition. You can hear the loop. So today I'll be talking deep into how loops work. So, what are the types of loops? We have the while loop, we have the for loop, we have the do while loop. I'll be talking about all of them, but I'll go a little bit into all of them. So I won't be talking too much about all of them, but I'll go a little bit into them. Let's go brief, the surface. Those are the surface. So, what's a loop first? As I said, it's repetition. How does it work? Using incrementing. What does it mean to increment? Now I'm going too far out of topic. But let's say incrementing is just like the count till it reaches a point where it says it wants to stop. So this is how the loop works. So first you have to initialize a variable. Now I've already talked about variables, but it's just like a small container where you can hold stuff, letters, numbers, and basically anything you want to hold. There's also a constant. There are a lot of them. You can search on them on W3 Schools and www.w3 Schools, and also other websites that will teach you more about the variable. So I store in a variable which has the value of 0, which has like the value of 0. It's because that what I'm putting inside that container is 0. So we have the value of 0. So when I create a loop, it's actually supposed to keep looping till it gets to the point where it stops. Just like when I've told you about loop before, but let's say that I was given a job to do. And let's say I have to keep going there every day and doing the same thing till the end of the year when I go for celebration or go for my vacation or my holidays. That is a loop because you are looping till the 365th day or 306th day in a leap year. Wait, it's not wait. You might have stopped working by November to have your holiday, but the fact is that it's all a loop. Because the work is that you're working every day, maybe not every day, but every day till it gets to that November that you want to break. And then you stop. But you start looping again. But let's say for that first year, it's a loop. Because you keep looping, you keep doing your job until you get to the day when you want to do your holiday. Same thing for a loop. That number that we initialized or that we created is going to keep looping until it gets to the number that you want it to stop at. Let's say you want to loop my name 10 times. So the fact is that if you put 0, your I, if I is still less than 10, let it keep looping. So that I will keep looping until it gets to 10, then stops. It was for all programming language, Java, JavaScript, C#, C++, whatever. It's all the same thing. Looping is the same thing for every language. Just like one step, till you reach the place that you want to go. Loop relates to life in many different ways. So loop is really simple. I guess I've explained. Okay, wait. Did I explain what a while loop is? I guess I did. But there are more of them. We have the for loop too. which is actually the same thing, but that you can perform the same work with that, but sometimes for loops can be used for different things too. Like the syntax in which you put is not the same. Even if you can do the same thing as the while loop does, it's not the same. You can initialize the number that you want to keep counting, which means create the number that you want to keep counting inside the for loop, not outside like for the while. What I mean is that when you want to create a while loop, that variable is outside. It's not inside your for loop, neither the parameters. That means inside the parentheses, which is those brackets. And for the for loop, it is inside the brackets, but for the while loop, it's outside of the brackets. So simply, it's very different. So how do you increment? You increment inside the loop itself. Let's say it's a while loop. You increment inside, like I++. Let's say the variable name, the variable name that you created, or the container name that you created was I. So it will be I++, maybe B++. That thing enables you to keep counting and increasing its number until it gets to 10. Now the last one, the do-while statement. What is that? It's way different than the two I just talked about. But the fact is that you create a loop that it keeps doing it until it gets to false. Maybe like the while loop that it was doing like that, like until it reaches 10. But this one, you have initialized, made it to be true. But until it will keep looping that stuff that they want to loop until it gets to false. So do while is very simple to operate. It's different, and people say it's better, people say it's not great, because you can't be that specific until it gets to false. People might call it, oh god. Is there any way you can make it more specific? But if you want to talk about specific stuff, you can go to while and for. But if you want to immediately, because it might be used for more dynamic things, like things that don't really have a specific thing to them. So do while is really simple. While is really simple. Loops are simple. Just loop until you get to the point, until it reaches false. So thank you for watching. Kindly share this video and do subscribe to my YouTube channel for more informative videos on technology. Bye! Hi friends, my name is Joshfortech. I'm a programmer, speaker and future skills activist. And I'm going to be talking about the best game development platforms. So quite a few. But my best game development platforms are many. I have Godot Engine, Unity, Unreal Engine, Game Maker, many type of games development platforms. What are the ones that work the best for me and ones that I like people to use that people have done great things with? The two I'm picking are Unity and Unreal Engine. Games, once the games that we made with Unity, there will be many games. Like, there are countless of number of games that are very, very they have good RPG, good 3D. and they all look nice. You see, the Unreal Engine has big graphics. Graphics from this, graphics from that. You see the way you see the way the 3D models look like realistic. So let me go deep to Unity. So what's Unity? Unity is a 3D and 2D game development platforms. A lot of games have been built with Unity. So why do I think Unity is good? The reason why I think Unity is good because it gives you a place where you can play around with light and RPG settings if you want to be a 3D game developer. And you can also do 2D. You can connect it to your Photoshop. So that's I love Unity, and it's a very good platform if you want to do 3D and 2D game development. Let's go to Unreal Engine. So Unreal Engine is mainly for 3D. You can build fast games by just taking wires and connecting them. So sometimes you don't even need to code in Unreal Engine. You can choose if you want to code in C#, but sometimes in Unreal Engine you don't need to code. But one of the things that I've experienced in downloading Unreal Engine and also using it is that it takes space. It takes RAM. I tried downloading Unreal Engine. It downloaded, but once I started running, my computer started highly hidden, and that's what. But if you have good gaming laptops, you can be able to run Unreal Engine. But for me, I feel Unity is better than Unreal Engine. Why do I feel that? Why do I think that? Because Unity gives you the experience to still have all those materials, but still be able to code. You can be able to really do dynamic things to your game. Unreal Engine, you can code with it, but most people that use Unreal Engine really want to just play around and do a fast game. But if you're ready to want to go into build the way the 3D that you want it to look like, I recommend Unity. I feel Unity is better than Unreal Engine. Like, not about the graphics, where the graphics looks, how it's presented. No, nothing about that. What I mean Unity is that I like its interface. It doesn't take RAM. You can use it on nearly all laptops. I use the 8 gig RAM and it's still working on my laptop. I've created a lot of 2D games and it's just amazing. Unreal Engine, it's very good. If you want to create games like Mortal Kombat, which was created with Unreal Engine, almost all the Mortal Kombat series were created with Unreal Engine. You can go get it. But what I have a problem is that about the space and the fact that the environment is more complex than Unity's environment. So what games have you made in Unity, you ask? Well, the most of them, there are a lot of games that I've checked online, I've seen Unity games. One of the games that I think was maybe Unity, because I checked it and people gave me recommendations that it was maybe Unity, was Subway Surf. If that is true, Unity is a very nice platform for 3D game development. I'm not sure any of you might have played Subway Surf, because Subway Surf, I like the 3D graphics, the way it responds to me, I like the way the gameplay is very addictive and enjoyable, and 2D graphics is very good. So why don't you choose Unity? If you have a low-end laptop and you want to do the game the way you want it, 3D games and 2D games, I recommend Unity. More value. You can get more money. You have value. You can get more value. Sorry about that. Watch out for my course on game development on Udemy. Coming soon. Thank you for watching. Kindly share this video and do subscribe to my YouTube channel, Joshfortech, for more informative videos on technology. Bye! like games. We're talking about games and how they get downloaded and how they make their money. So first you make a game with Unity and a real engine and you think, oh, life's done. No. What you need to do, you have to find a way to get it for people to download. What I'm trying to do. If you can get it for people to download, then your work is, I won't say waste, but it's kind of like a waste. So you actually need to push your work either out on Google Play Store so people can download your game, or you can push your Unity code or Unreal Engine code on GitHub. So let's say you're finished making your Unity game or Unreal Engine game and you put it to Google Play Store and you're wondering like, hey, I put this game, how do I make my money? How do I get the cash? So Google Play Store has given you some options. First, the option that don't really work so fine is buying the game. Buying the game is when at the first point when you get on the game, you have to click a buy button and pay for the game. The next one is ads. Coming up, pop-up ads, interstitial ads, as they're hidden somewhere, as they're big and cover the whole screen. Subwaysoft does that. If you don't believe me, Subwaysoft does that. I went to Subwaysoft. They have even added rewarded ads, which if you just click on the ad, you get some coins. And Subwaysoft is making big money. Other games like PES do not have ads. They might have some ads, but when they make their money, like the way Konami makes their money, is through in-app purchases. Click on the PES and you want to buy a new player. Let's say you want to buy Ronaldo to your team. You can do that. Just pay a few dollars. Also, let's talk about Fortnite too. You don't have in-app. You can buy they call it V-Bucks. V-Bucks, which you can use to buy players and do whatever you want to do in Fortnite. And Fortnite has been making big money from that kind of. They just start in-app policy. People have spent. I've seen YouTube videos of kids spending $500 to buy V-Bucks. People spending $10,000. I've seen a lot of videos when people spend V-Bucks to do it. They use it and they keep spending their money to get V-Bucks to play the game. And see that Fortnite is just getting money. These are like the three main ways of making money. There are other ways you can make money. I don't know, but there are other ways. I feel there are other ways you can make money. But the most popular on Google Play Store, because it's more pushy, it's bigger, it has bigger audience. And the people that get on it don't really want to pay that much money because people from low kind of countries use Android, also developed countries, but more people people in third world countries use it the most. But ads are people won't care if you want to use an ad, want to watch an ad, they will spare the time as long as they're not paying a kobo or a penny for that game. So it's like, oh, I get a game. So what's the ads? I'll watch it. As long as I'm not paying any dollar or a penny for the game. But you can still add payment to your game. So people, if you want to do it for the Google Play standards, you'll be using at least $1 to about $10. If it starts getting to $10 and above, it starts getting expensive. So let me get back to the ads. As I said, ads are made up into like different cases. We have the big ads, which I call them the big ads, which fill up the screen. We have the interstitial ads, which are like hiding somewhere inside your app. We have the rewarded ads, like Subwaysoft does. We have a lot of ads, but ads have made a lot of people money. Even games like Lord King's Mobile, games that are pushed out like PES. If the games that have ads on them, they make big money. So games like Talking Tom, I downloaded the game and look, what I saw was that the Talking Tom news. What I saw is that if you want no ads in the game, if you want more features, just pay $1. And I'll be willing to pay that $1 if I want more features, because it's small, and I can get more value. I can get more value. Sorry about that. It's small, but I can get some more value. So let's talk about more things. You might have heard of Minecraft almost a lot of times. Minecraft everywhere.
Is it recording it?
Yes.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Is it recording already?
Yes.
It's funny. My laptop. What's that?
Seriously, I spoiled this video.
I'm not playing video.
No, don't pause it though. Don't cancel it. No, you will cut out that part. Thank you for watching. Kindly share this video and do subscribe to my YouTube channel, Joshfortech, for more informative videos on technology. Bye! Hi people, I'm Joshua. I'm a programmer, speaker, and future skills activist. And today we'll be talking about the basics of JavaScript and how it works. So first, what is JavaScript? JavaScript is a programming language used to make your website dynamic. You might have seen some website built with HTML and CSS. Some of them just look dull and you click a button and you don't see anything, or it's just plain old website with just links. But what does JavaScript do? JavaScript can give you the ability to be able to make your website dynamic and make people excited. Like when you click the button, a pop-up comes up and tells you this, or you enable voice recognition to your websites. There's a lot of things you can do with JavaScript connecting to websites. JavaScript will be used for many things, like machine learning, TensorFlow.js, which I built an image classifier on. We also have Node.js. We have Electron.js for desktop apps. We have React Native for mobile apps. We have a lot of things you can do with JavaScript. So, what are the requirements that you need for the coding of JavaScript? First, you need a code editor or IDE, which you call an integrated development environment. You also will need a browser. You also will need basic understanding in HTML and CSS. So, what are the first steps to making your first JavaScript app? First, you have to write the code, which is the most important part, and then load the code, load it to the browser, and then execute the code, which simply means running the code. So, write the code, the most important part, load the code, and execute the code. So, let's talk about basic things that we have in JavaScript. We have loops, functions, and conditions. There's still more things you can do. You can check JavaScript documentation. You can go to www.3schools. There are a lot of places to learn JavaScript for free. even free code camp got some JavaScript classes. So if apart from loops, functions, and conditions, we also have libraries, and we have plugins, and we have APIs for JavaScript. So let's first start with what a condition is, the basic understanding on what a condition is. Let's say a condition is if or else. Like, if this is equals to this, okay, let me make it simpler in real life. Let's say you want to go and get some ice cream, and you had another boy. You said that if this boy equals nothing, no ice cream for him. But if this boy is being obedient, of course, there's some ice cream for that guy. Simple. If and else. Else is that if the boy is nothing, is the if. No, but if else, that means you get some ice cream because you're being obedient. Another thing we have is also if else, which is different. You can combining both an if statement and an else statement together in one. Just merging it together, and it's good for a lot of things. And conditions are very simple in programming because you use it a lot in programming. So I conclude that conditions are not hard. It's just like an if and an else statement. Like if you click a button, it's supposed to allow something else. Just leave the blank page. And loops also just like a repetition of things all over and all over again. So thank you for watching. Kindly share this video and do subscribe to my YouTube channel for more informative videos.